All right, welcome back to the second segment, which is trending issues and rebuilding Ghana. And then the rebuilding Ghana, we are going to look at the COVID-19 cases and the way forward. And as a country, measures are taken, especially the help of the opposition and the current government, the New Patriotic Party, almost taking it to save the lives of the people at the expense of political gains. There is opinion out there, or let me say from Sophia Kufu, the then Chief Justice, say political rallies and the causes are the way. At one point, they were studio, Nami hosted program. I question MPP rep or bar, so I'm questioning NDC so rep or bar. So someone Jindi say, Adiwi, movie, the outcome will manifest. I know, say, recovery rate in Ghana, it's so good, but all in all, let's see what is going to happen. I mean, and rebuilding Ghana, then you be focusing on Dr. Nsia Asare. And then Ghana say that's sorry, you need patre and free. But all the same, when we get to that version, I will find out. See, coronavirus kills Kwesi Pratt brother. Osafo Mafo's resignation makes it easier for Akufo-Addo, according to Ben Efsen. Muntaka has defamed all Supreme Court judges. I think it's too early to conclude, according to Sophia Kufu, because we're making claim. There's a need for the investigative body, some be investigating. NDC heads to Supreme Court over declaration of MPP as a majority. Rawlings delayed publication of his book. Yasantua Rawlings justified her father's 31st December movement. Ministerial nominees list to be out by Wednesday, according to Apon Kroma. Joshua Treme, National Security, 2017, who worked almost 22 years at the BNI, today's NIB, also died out of COVID. Osafo Mafo caused a lot of problems for Akufo-Addo. According to Sophia Kufu, she'll be very surprised if Muntaka's allegation turns out to be true. That's what I'm saying. She can't play two cards and she can't conclude. It's too early. The same Sophia Kufu is alleging, Justice Sophia Kufu is alleging, that political rallies also contributed to coronavirus. Akufo-Addo was forced to reduce government size due to his disappointment in 120 ministers. That's A.B. Fuseni. Sorry, that's Suhin, Alaji Suhin. Channel your energy of debating over Alan and Baumia to pray for Nana Dankwa, MPP alleges. I mean, this thing, no matter what, is going to come up. JUSAG, Ghana. JUSAG backs move to probe Muntake's allegation. I think it's in the right direction. "15 staff of War Memorial Hospital tested positive." That is not encouraging at all. According to Carlos Ahenkra, I snatched ballot papers to cause a rerun. See, we are analyzing the phone details of the late Mfansipem MP, Ghana security agencies. Akufo-Addo to appoint Dr. Isaac Owusu-Mensah as a director of research at the Jubilee House. That was the man from University of Ghana, Mbekaya, or ye push a project in Anado as or ye push no project in Anado before the elections, say on in a big take over. I have no desire to challenge Mahama, Excellency, for 2024 flag bearership position of Ofosu Ampofo, the NDC chair, and I can't say more. Akufo-Addo to collapse 7 ministries created in 2017. I don't know what spirit entered Carl Sahenkra. Anyway, I don't want to talk about this. You want to be committed deliberate act now if you won't attribute it to spiritual. Come on. Election petition. Mahama files motion to compel UC to admit facts. Police must arrest persons complicit in Ahmed Swale's murder, DJ. Look, this issue has taken too long. You see, this is where a lot of people have problem when it comes to the Ghana Police Service or the authority. You see, investigation of certain high-profile killings, it takes so long. It's like, we lose interest in it. Sam George kicks against reopening of basic schools amid spike in COVID-19 cases. To some extent, you can agree with him. So, the virtual education is far better than somebody subjected into this environment, not losing a life. Because look, whatever that, okay, we'll discuss that under the rebuilding Ghana. Whatever that took place, to me, can say impact. I don't know much spread among themselves. The only good thing with Ghana is a recovery rate in high. We have no difficulty sitting on the minority side, according to Haruna Idrisu. Chairman Sabunsu questioned NDC MP's call for equity in composition of parliament committees. MPP, Fomena MP to constitute majority in the 8th parliament after Bagben's rule. From Ministry of Education, schools in need should contact district assemblies for PPE. Now let's get into the COVID. Look, you record this initially the numbers were very minimal in Ghana. It wasn't so much. Not numbers in those crowd. Now, if you say recovery rate in it, but so a lot of people were saying the government ain't massage figures, but it turns out to be saying indeed, not Ghana recovery rate and an high because a lot of people are less vitamin D a boy. But brain so omunya here now on test the rate at which I now test the test rating wasn't so high to me a lot to me high numbers are a bar out. Now almost 30 political rallies now. We saw NDC in their multitude, almost campaigning throughout the 16 regions in the country. A lot of campaigns, but one thing I had to check, because it's an airborne disease, okay, CDC regulations now. I think I bit media check is how they we social distancing, which is the 6 feet apart. Because say if I'm infected, I've been infected, let's say you are 6 feet away from here, the likelihood say me from my own air very high. Then NDC so your morales new year and you MPP for also. MPP for also your morales almost to almost every part of our country. Okay. Election every year, no. There were a lot of projections to say that elections, announcers our campaign are no more, it be increases, But at that time, the focus or the attention was so much on winning an election. That was the motive or the mentality of both political parties. So most Ghanaians are saying that we should blame these two leaders. In as much as President lifted a lockdown, some people came out or lifting purposely to allow the MPs to start contesting because that time you're limited. It basically raised an argument on the economy in Ghana. No, to me, ain't holding the panel for too long. So I said there's going to be a total economic shutdown. Already our economy has been on this tank, or we've been having a struggling economy, if I should put it. Now, most Ghanaians are starting the outcome of the results. And then you check it, data kakra about or say, ASAT update, January 18, 2021, 21:42 GMT time. Coronavirus cases, 58,065. Death rate, 352. So they are still within the three figures, which is, to me, it's not good. I sympathize with those who lose some loved ones, or my friends. But I believe it's far better as compared to other places, even some of the advanced countries. But it tells you clearly, the vitamin D is helping Ghanaians. And on average, to stop this, it's far better. So, very strict measures are recorded this dead. Recovery rating, 55,789. So it tells you all, we're not doing bad, but the death rate in there, we could have simply avoided. I mean, a global thing. Chroma said they've exceeded the 250,000 people. As of December, there are closely over 300,000. And then Anopa, it was a very bad news this morning. The first thing that came up, my main sympathizing with the family of Kwesi Pratt. Pratt, his senior brother, I believe so, Oka and baby or the relative, the brother Uni, out of COVID. I mean, Oma confirm me. May so rest in perfect peace. And no else, there is this man. I know a lot of people are or working with BNI for a very long time, Joshua Treme. And the MP government, I won the election in 2016 or 2017, they call national security. Couple, this man also passing on, what me and surviving the COVID treatment. You see, the mentality will be one underlying issue inquiry to be taken in life. I beg to differ. You'll be on man only underlying issue. Maybe our immune system itself is very low. Now I take you on also at the call. Another death also recorded in an pay. A fidelity for Fidelity almost CEO at the head of the corporate finance at Fidelity Bank reported dies out of COVID-19. That's that gentleman right there. Look, and there's also a very renowned man, or herbal medicine called Alaji Chuchu, or Chuchu cream, like that herbal soap in medicine. And that's not bad. That's a very sad news. Look, the point is, we don't have to wait. Now a bit taking the lives of prominent people in the society before Lansana. Because at the end of this pandemic is very dangerous. As people, okay, your health should be very important at this point. Because you chasing it, you wouldn't even get it. Idea wins on you say, oh yeah, crowd your opinion and answer worthy person in the society. This COVID. So, assessing a per constitutional, it's like eligibility before the law. It's like a rule of law. We be no above it. It can take anybody's life. Most people in survival or Western countries, okay, because near the Inaba, they were having some of the COVID treatment. Before Crumba vaccine, not cocktail or horn my, they might be more to surviving on. Right now, the vaccine is out. We've seen the vaccine from AstraZeneca. We've seen Moderna also supporting. I know the Russians also have their own. I believe the Chinese also have their own. I mean, there's that political debate about it as you see with the. But I read something from Moderna CEO, I say, this is what the Moderna CEO is telling us. I say, we should just make up our minds here about believing with it, in as much as a vaccine in the crowd. So I think and it wasn't a good news for Ghanaians at all. I always tell people, as a country, we fail to protect natural resources. The same manner we are failing to protect the human resources. So when it happens to our government, you don't be developing country, Okay. It's unfortunate maintaining Alaji Chucho. It wasn't on purpose. Me try, but maintaining the picture be. Now I am called to CDC. CDC for regulation. Amode my any. This is what the CDC say. I say 3 important ways to slow the spread. Wear masks to protect yourself and others and stop the spread of the COVID-19. Stay at least 6 feet, about 2 arm lengths from the other who don't live with you. So BPR, like when say he's been in contact or not, go by this simple regulation. You will be fine. Avoid crowds. The more people you are in contact with, the more likely you are to be exposed to the COVID-19. Hand sanitizer, required one approved by your local FDA or your Food and Drugs Authority. Wearing of gloves if you can. Cleaning your home, improving ventilation in your home, social distance, and I stated earlier on, household checklist, living in close quarters, living in shared houses. If you are sick, you call your primary physician. That is the first thing you have to do. I believe again taking it serious because it takes a lot of lives. Many people and you don't need any say will be the scare one son or home how serious this COVID issue is. In as much as the government is playing its part, as individuals and so on, your part to play. We've seen some of the religious institutions this is the time almost show more love to their church members. Time I lockdown the buy. I believe they shouldn't end it there. Because the church has been in existence for 10 good years. They've taken offering, okay, or collection from a solemn banners 10 years. Within this 1 year pair or less than a year, and that's a area bad. They should be able to support their church members too. It's like what Americans are doing for their citizens. You see, there's a third stimulus check coming out, $1,400 very soon. It may not do much, but it may be able to hold some families for a couple of weeks or months. So if they focus it on groceries, the reason being said, you see, Ghana government is going to solve a problem there. I think that this is the time you're getting other bodies not involved. Now, because the churches have to play the role, the Islamic clergy also have to play the role, the traditional rulers also have to play the role. And almost society, they should also play the role. No more with the PPEs. You see? Because some years are a bit minimized, because we need to contact. You see, let's stay home. See, be relevant out there. The state that I live in, Massachusetts, recently, Baker has imposed another curfew, even though no more numbers no air dropping. One says a cost around on Modiaba. And they all recorded the second strain from England will be travel your cover by. See the kind of attention near education on what they citizens, or the local people that live in the state of Massachusetts. I think our governments are well informed, so let's listen to them when it comes to the fight against COVID-19. We all hope this coming summer, at least. Now, you say a lot of people take the vaccine, a lot of people also and also my loved ones upon this, me sympathize with Obia, the Cassanyami for Munasokra and Fancy and Famay. Now, political parties, they've done their part. And what came up today, Siebekaya, former Justice or Chief Justice of the Ghana Supreme Court, Sophia Akufu, and it all coming out with a lot of, or call retirement, and Epanamans who are making a lot of statements. I say rallies, parties, other super spreader events responsible for the spike in the COVID-19 cases. Sophia Akufu, Aketsi, South, GNT is satisfied with the level of preparations. And then a report is Sadi. Then upon Chroma as a government spokesperson, and upon Chroma say, there is no data to support claims that political activities contributed to rising COVID-19 cases. You see, in as much as we are government spokesperson. It doesn't mean say we are the episode justifying with logic. What else do you need to prove this upon Nkrumah? No, I just want to know what else does upon Nkrumah needs to prove what has happened. No. As people, you see, sometimes we just have to be very realistic. It doesn't call for any evidence. We hear evidence to dispute this. Look, one, this is just a common sense issue. Two, just do a simple application here. What the CDC is telling us, they say, I did to me spread the panel. Like yak kind of boom, be brave. To see and keep it 6 feet. During the political rallies, therefore one can easily infer or conclude, say, a result, but we cannot attribute, say, 100% from it. But for you to come out to say, there is no data to support the claims that political parties contributed to the rising COVID-19 cases, no. You should go and do his own research. So observe the kind of political campaign that course. And I say, on one simple application, I don't think so upon Nkrumah say. Okay? Rather than there are certain issues, political parties must take the blame so that future ain't repeating itself. But you just saying something or justifying this, you are rather not helping with the situation. Look, upon this, mommy, end this segment here. Now, once mommy do be answer for the time. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. And it's been great joining us with this news.